kids had the beef. They just now rapping about it. Like, they were already in the streets with their problems. They just now speaking about it. Because these kids, you know how, like, all right, Jay-Z for the most part of these rappers, like, they rapped about things they seen, or if they rapping about stuff they did, it's already past tense. These kids is living. This is live. Like, Bobby Smurden on when they were talking about they shooting all that was like a week ago. Like when
he said it.
Yeah, like he was
and went straight to jail.
That's why that shit was.
And I'm like, yo, these kids are in the streets. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to find programs and stuff that can get them before they pick up the gun. Because, like you said,
I also blame.
You think they get the?
I blame the big homies.
There's nothing that's going to change.
I blame the big homies for simple fact of, like, there's like beef I know in Harlem that like a bunch of like young niggas are in, and I'll be like, yo, bro, when this shit started, you were probably like in 4th grade. What are you fighting these niggas for? You have no idea. The real reason, the niggas that you are fighting for probably don't even have beef with those niggas anymore. Like, at that point, like, to a certain extent, like, some niggas, we all end up in the same vicinities. Like, I've watched niggas like who used to beat each other up every week party together now. But the little niggas are like, nah, fuck them. We gonna ride on these niggas. We got static with these niggas. And I be like, for what? You don't even know why you fighting these niggas. Like, do you go ask the niggas like older than you, like, yo, what's the reason y'all niggas had beef back in the day? A lot of niggas probably gonna tell you, I don't even know. Like, I used to ask that before too. Like, yo, what y'all niggas beefing with them for? They'd be like, I don't know. Then the beef used to be weird back in the day because they used to plan fights. Like, I used to see that shit happen too. Like, we gonna brawl out with these niggas at like 3:00. What? So, like, it was like beef, but I felt like it was also like fun because niggas just didn't have nothing to do. I mean, they could have just went and played basketball. They could have did a bunch of other things. They decided to go 20 deep and go fight 20 other niggas and then run. That was really it. Like, and then back then, niggas wasn't really like shooting at people. Niggas were shooting in the air as if bullets don't come down. But like, that was what we were doing. Now, like, these niggas are like, again, fighting for a cause that they don't have no idea what's going on, or like why, what's the purpose of this shit? But they actually like killing each other now. Like, not like we beat niggas up. You were getting jumped. You probably had a black eye. You might have had like a broken leg or some shit, but you was gonna live. True. Nah. True. These little niggas are like, and they're shooting anybody. They don't care about none of that.
That's what I was about to say. Niggas, it seems like niggas is not like. Niggas is afraid to die, yeah, but it's like niggas is not afraid to be gangsters, or try to be gangsters. So
niggas are afraid to get embarrassed. That's really what it is.
Element of I will smoke a nigga.
Niggas are afraid to get in, because think about, we used to slap box back in the day. That showed who can really fight and who can't,
or who even was pussy.
You know what I'm saying? And then then you knew, like, all right, well, I know he never gonna want to fight, so,
or this nigga never had a fight.
Or you knew the niggas who was like only good at fighting when there's like a brawl out. Like, everybody knows that one friend that be like, yo, during a brawl out, that nigga's who I want to be next to. If a one-on-one fight, he's gonna get his ass beat. But on a brawl out, he's like He-Man. Everybody gets hit, and he's like it look like he whooping ass out there.
Yo, this is crazy from like as black men in America, like the perspectives that we have to go through. That's a lot from like a mental standpoint. Like, yo, she's like.
I'd rather these young niggas just beat each other up and call it a day. Honestly.
To answer your question,
nobody fights no more though.
There's no solving this shit.
I think there is. I think we have to invest more in the younger generation.
Who's we?
Immediately right now.
Who's we? Taxpayers? Who's we? Who's we? The black community? The black community is the niggas killing each other. Who's we? We want white people to do it? They don't give a fuck. Who's we?
So then we have to take care of our own.
Who's we?
Black people.
You take care of your own. You're gonna make sure your daughter doesn't do this.
I take care of anybody that I can have a reaching.
But since the black people like to use we. There's no we, bro. Niggas is mad selfish and independent. There's no we, my nigga.
I can't say that for
as many things as black people want to stand up for and believe in together. It sounds good. But yeah, niggas gotta stop killing each other. But niggas is gonna kill each other. Like, That shit ain't not gonna stop.
But we can't.
Eric Adams ain't gonna be the fucking answer. That shit is not gonna stop. Let's see who's the next nigga to die after this shit. It's sad to fucking say, but let's be realistic, bro. It's 2022. I don't think these niggas who's going to school every day, that's been going to school for the last 3 years, saying, when I see you, it's on sight. Niggas is gonna stop that now? Who's gonna be the one to sit him down and be like, yo, that beef shit is about nothing?
But he said if you pick
ain't
up the
nobody
gun, they're going. So my thing is, let's get to the kids before they get to the guns. That's my thing. If you saying now they're hopeless, let's get to the kids before they get to the guns.
But that whole product of my environment thing is the whole reason why.
That's why we change their environment. If we put more opportunities in these neighborhoods, no?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why that's still not gonna work.
There is no answer.
Scamming.
This is no answer.
A lot of these young niggas are making way more money than the so-called big homies, so then that respect factor is gone. They feel like...
I've seen niggas with everything want to do the most wrong shit possible. Just cuz. Don't have to work for shit. Don't want shit. Don't need for shit. Just wants to go do the most ignorant shit possible. Just cuz it feels like the fad. Cuz it's the thing to do. And that's what's driving niggas. These niggas is growing up. But fuck, they never pick up a gun. Say they never pick up a gun. Cool, right? Guns
you're speaking of kids. I'm talking about the younger generation. I'm talking about elementary school, young generation. That's what I'm talking about. You're saying the kids, the people that you're speaking of now, you basically wrote them off.
I'm talking about
because you're not
anyone with an imagination. The fuck, kids have imagination. The younger generation have imaginations.
Yeah, but
when they see this and they see that, niggas want to implement. They want to eventually be that. They want to be something. Niggas want to be something. They find something to gravitate to. I want to be that. Some niggas think gangster shit is that.
So let's help steer them.
You have to cancel gangster. You have to cancel gangster shit all together. Then that's not possible. Mm-hmm. That's not possible.
So we just writing off the whole black community.
You can't cancel.
It's not just a black community, though.
It's not black community. It's not just a black community.
So we talking about weed.
Mexicans sell weed. White people sell weed. The fuck? They grow up and do the same thing.
But I'm not speaking about them. I'm speaking about
you talking
our
about
community.
First you was talking about the younger generation. The younger generation is multicultural. And if the multicultural younger generation is
I'm talking about black kids in our community.
Okay, so we're talking about black kids, period. All right, so let's talk about black kids, period.
Drill music ain't white kids.
Drill music is not white kids, but drill music is influenced.
That they're talking about.
Drill music influences a lot of races, though.
But we're talking about
because there's white people who want to sag their pants and wear fronts and put fronts in their mouth and say and want to say nigga, but they can't. But they're inspired by the same music that Eric Adams wants to ban. Drill music.
But they're not the ones going around that they're speaking about in these meetings.
Because white people are not the one killing people, right?
No.
They're not killing people based on drill music. That's why.
We know that there's more white on white violence in the United States because there's more of them in the United States. We know that. We're talking about New York City, drill music, and that's black on black violence. I'm not talking about as a whole.
And that shit will never stop. Is what I'm trying to tell you. There's no answer for it. No matter how deep to a root you try to start and
I honestly
control
don't see the point in banning drill music. Not even gonna lie to you.
There's no reason.
Like I said,
I don't think
our music we had growing up was niggas telling us how to sell drugs. Young Jeezy told us to go get it, and he told his son to go to college.
No, understood. That's
but
why I feel like
they didn't want to ban rap music back. They didn't ban rap music back in the day.
But that's why
drugs is at it. Niggas are selling drugs. That's old time high. Niggas is getting to it. They didn't want to stop shit then.
Understood. That's why I'm saying
why try now?
Way?
Why try now?
Is there another way?
Why try
Let's
now?
say we tried this already. We tried this already.
Why
NWA. They tried this already.
Because violence right now in New York City, right, is at an all-time high, right? And they need something to stop. That's why they brought back stop and frisk. That's why they brought back plainclothes cops. They need because
I think
because when they brought
that's not going to help the problem.
Crime about to go right back up.
It's going to skyrocket now.
No, it is up. Like it's not skyrocket. It's there.
All right,
but
it's
going to
keep rising.
All you
numbers
did was
can only go up or down.
Actually,
all you did was create more tension.
When we had stop and frisk, that actually brought violence down.
On who?
Because
statistical value.
Because
On
a
who?
lot more
Because
guns
they
were off the
collecting
street
guns.
because they were randomly
And a lot of niggas was getting their
profiling
ass
niggas.
beat by cops
They
too.
were, and that's
But-
and it's gonna be either
no, but
or.
You
I'm
just
telling
created
you,
more tension. These young niggas, these young niggas now are more liable to shoot at cops than we were back then.
Understood.
You just created a whole bunch of tension. There's a strong possibility now that cops will get shot now.
Cops were always getting shot at.
Yeah, no. But not always. Not always.
Bro,
Not always.
cops being shot at is not a new thing.
Not always. Not
When
always.
were we not shooting at cops?
We haven't been shooting cops, bro.
Shooting at cops, shooting
I
cops.
said cops getting shot is going to be there's a stronger possibility of a cop getting shot now. Like these young niggas don't care. They're willing to do whatever it takes, and that's whatever that is. You bring it back on a plainclothes cop. We all know how plainclothes cops work. Them niggas don't walk around showing they bad. They gonna run up on you and grab you. You're gonna run up and grab the wrong little nigga, and he gonna boom
Boss
you.
in your
And then what? What is your excuse now? Drill music? No.
Like
No.
you gonna blame that?
You
on
ran up
That's
on me.
what I'm saying.
Yo,
like,
bro, especially at nighttime, and that's exactly when they do. I got my ass beat by cops, and it was at night. Plainclothes cops. I didn't know who the fuck they were until he took out his badge. By that time, this size 14 shoes going across my face. It was over. All you did was create more tension now. These young niggas already walk around with a chip on their shoulder. They don't give a fuck. Now you're gonna put plainclothes cops on the streets, knowing that these niggas are fucked up anyway, and they're gonna all they're gonna do is try to like harass these kids.
So what are we gonna do about it?
Yo, bro, there is nothing you can do.
So we writing off. We writing it
You
off.
save who you can save, and you
I
wait
was
off who you can
just
write
about
off.
to
That is
say
it.
that.
You cannot
So
save the
how-
world, bro.
it's a battle. It's a
How
fucking
not save the
survival of the
world.
fittest, my nigga. For
All right,
realistically,
but how do you go about it?
Do
how do you go about
do
saving
what's
people?
been working.
You live
Do what's
your
been
life.
working.
What's
Do
that?
what's been
It's
working.
too vague. Like I'm asking y'all questions.
Do what's
like
been
what
working.
would you do?
Do what's been working. I take the ones who want to make something out of themselves, and you instead of taking niggas to like fucking juvenile facility and show them where they can end up when they do wrong. Fuck that. Show them niggas where they can be if they do right.
Okay.
That doesn't happen a lot.
But now we getting somewhere.
That doesn't happen a lot.
What would we do?
That doesn't take them anywhere. Take them to place that they might sit home and be like, yo, I'm never gonna get there, or I'm never gonna see this. Nigga, I've never been in a Lamborghini before, ever. And in my mind, I feel like I probably ain't gonna never. I mean, I can go to a car show and go sit down in one, but to physically drive one, a lot of niggas probably gonna be like, man, I ain't gonna never get there. If you take them somewhere with like, you know what I'm saying, where their imagination becomes a reality now. You feel me? It's not just sitting. They're not just sitting at home like, and it's a thought. You can take them. They can actually go out there and like physically, they can see it. They can touch it. They can. But you only grab the ones who want it. The ones who don't. I'm sorry, but you let them little niggas go.
How many school trips you ever been on? They did that. They tried that. And the kids who wanted to be that, they liked it and they stuck
went
it.
with
And
it.
the niggas who didn't. The niggas who didn't couldn't even go on the fucking school trip.
Facts.
They couldn't even make the school trip to see the experience to say, maybe I do like that shit. Because they were written off already.
That's a fact.
So what do? How do we take these kids to these places? How?
Not even that.
It's
you
quiet.
You still take them. You can still take them niggas, and them niggas in their mind like.
But there is kids that
want to go on these trips.
That you can change their mind. Though.
Yes, there is.
They might have been. They might have been teachers.
If they want it to happen.
But my thing is, we gotta help them.
If they want it,
we have to provide that.
You can't help a nigga who doesn't want help.
We have to provide the availability though.
The availability is there. They
not
have
always.
To just come to. Why is it not? Why is it not?
Not every neighborhood has the availability.
And then it goes down to that product of my environment.
Not every neighborhood.
I don't get to go on these school trips.
We didn't have a basketball tournament until a kid actually started. Until another dude put a basketball tournament in our neighborhood. We didn't have one. That was somebody in our neighborhood that did it.
Why is basketball always like the first thing
but
people go to in a black community?
Nah,
I'm gonna get it.
But they
gonna
say
put a court right
but
here.
they say in the black communities we
and that's it.
We either dribble the ball or we write the ways out of the neighborhood.
Like
Yo,
there's so many other things that can happen. Like why does like
But
why
that's
is
what-
basketball
that's
like
what
you're not
so
teaching no black kid
asking-
to play lacrosse, bro. You're
That's what I'm
just
sitting
not.
here asking. Why
You're just not teaching.
There's
you're
other
not-
things you could do.
You're not building a volleyball net so you can teach your kid to be a volleyballist or whatever the fuck the name of that sport is.
Why not?
Volleyball?
Because it's just
Venus'
like
Arena play tennis.
They're
From Compton.
where it's fucking hot outside all the time.
What they gotta do? You can play basketball inside. There's really
we're not talking about
weather,
basketball.
whatever.
We're trying to divert from basketball and try to talk about other sports.
All right, you can do other sports inside.
Lacrosse is not one of them.
All right, all right, that's one sport. That's one.
All right,
name
golf.
Something else. Name something else.
Hockey.
You can do golf inside.
You can.
Okay, hockey is inside. Next.
All right. You're naming. You can do a lot of things inside, but
I said that.
But how many
You
of
named
these
lacrosse,
things are
and I said that's
actual
one
things
sport.
that possibly
What interest
are
of black
things.
kids? That
Yeah.
interest of black kids?
or even presented to them for
'Cause
them
all-
to even think that they could play fucking lacrosse?
But it will never be introduced to them because all niggas think it's like, we're going to slap a court here and that's it.
And that's what I'm saying.
So who fault is that?
The white man. Nah, but who the fuck do you blame, my nigga? Who do you blame? Who the fuck do you blame for putting basketball courts in every projects? Who do you blame for that? Because the stigma is niggas play basketball. So they're not gonna build a fucking tennis court because niggas don't play tennis.
I mean, but if you do it, then see what happens. You never know.
I mean, that's why it took a nigga from my neighborhood to say niggas like basketball when I'm going to give my niggas a chance to make it out of here.
But I'm pretty sure if he would have created something else and not basketball, it wasn't basketball driven, he would have did something else. I'm pretty sure
that they would have.
Yeah, people would have gravitated
He
to it.
did. Pop Smoke Day. He did. He did.
Pop Smoke Day.
But that can't. Why did that come about though? Exactly my point. That something
day to
negative
bring
had to
everybody
happen.
together.
Something negative had to happen for something positive to happen.
That's the society we live in.
It doesn't have to be that way.
For us, it does.
It don't.
Well,
Believe it or not, bro,
I
we
want you
actually
to
run
change
this
the
shit.
narrative.
Like, we
I want you to
actually
change
run
the
this shit.
narrative.
We actually run this shit. If one day every black person on this earth decided to, you know what, fuck that, I ain't going to work, this whole shit would fall to shits. What would they do without us?
But it sounds very good. But
I know it all sounds good on paper. I know niggas ain't gonna never really do it. I personally, I'm lying. I would definitely take part in that. Like,
Nigga don't go to work now.
I don't. I don't.
Nah,
I be trying though. I really do be trying to get to work. It's just,
This man right here.
You know what? Next time I'm on like a FaceTime meeting with the managers, I'm gonna add
with
you on
the
the
mailman,
call so you can witness me begging like, yo, can y'all put me on the schedule, please? Like, yo, what's up, yo? I mean, it's like I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know how like you send an email and like you can see if the niggas read your emails now. It look like that. Like niggas be like, yeah,
niggas left you
exactly.
already.
So with all this, we can't. How do y'all feel about
Martin Luther King?
No.
Nah, playing.
do y'all feel that the suicide rate? What the fuck was that about? Suicide rate amongst males going up. I believe there's a lot of stress that we deal with, and we don't have any outlets that ends to the demise of a lot of black men, especially what's going on in society right now with us not being able to even express ourselves or even allowed to kind of be proud of ourselves.
I actually had a conversation with one of my homegirls, and she was like, she was like, men created that for themselves, like
Black men.
Not like just men in general. I mean, I know we're talking about strictly about black men, but like still, like men in general, like we. She said that we pretty much made it to where it's like, yo, a man has to be hard 24/7. Pause. A man has to be tough 24/7. He can't show emotion. He can't do this. She was like, y'all created that.
But did
and
we?
I kind of couldn't. Yeah. In a way, we did. You think about it, back in the day, like you know, I'm talking about like way back. Like it was more so like, yo, men run the household. All women had to do was cook and clean. You had no say so, really. That's really how the household worked back in the day. now things are evolving and things changing, and she was like, yo, you guys always complain about how you don't have an outlet, but you guys created that for yourselves. Now create an outlet for yourselves. And I honestly couldn't argue with her at all. I'm just like, yo, you're right.
When it's put like that, that's worded very well. It makes you think.
It's the truth, because every time you turn around, you're like, yo, like, you don't really see dudes crying like that. I mean, well, unless you Odell, but you don't really see dudes crying like that.
Shouts my son Odell, boy. He got a ring.
Now, he the reason why Tom Brady wasn't there, man. I ain't really.
That boy got a ring.
He black though, so I'm shout outs to Odell. He got a ring. My man, but still. Like what? Like we all know I'm a Tom Brady fan. I was real salty. You know, fuck you, Rob, because you had a lot of like negative energy on that game. And they don't even watch football.
But continue your statement, son.
Nah, yeah. So I just think, damn, I forgot where I left off. Honestly, Robert. Like I said, I agree with her. I think we do need to create
an outlet. I like
outlet
that
for ourselves.
I like that.
Like, we got to let men know, yo, it's okay to cry. It's okay to yell. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, niggas know that, man.
Nah, I feel like knowing and, like, hearing is two different things. Like, you have to physically tell someone, like, yo, bro, it's okay. Let it out. Whatever you going through.
Yeah, hearing it is...
I feel like a lot of times, like my outlet for me was working out. Part of the reason why, if you ever asked me to come with me to the gym, and I told you, yeah, I really was lying to you, I hoped you never asked me. Like, that's anyone who's watching this. If they be like, yo, can I come with you to the gym? And I tell you, yeah. In my mind, I'm hoping you never, like, that time never comes, because that's my outlet to, like, unwind from the world and, like, deal with problems. Granted, it's probably not helping nothing. I'm not really, like, really addressing anything that's really happening, but I get to take my frustrations out in a way that I like. You know, working out. I feel like people have to go back to, men got to go back to having hobbies. Just do some shit that you like doing, whether you get paid for it or not.
Yeah, that's a hobby.
Yeah. Nah, because some people actually get paid for their hobbies. So.
I mean, if you get paid for your hobby, you turn it into a career.
But I get what you're saying, though. Some people can't all be him. But some people can't, I get it. Shoes on the other foot for some people.
Rob get paid out of love.
He get paid in experience points.
People, like, men got to go back into having hobbies, Like, I have a lot of friends who, like, know how to draw, and they just don't do it anymore.
That's a fact. I know mad niggas that know how to draw that just...
And they're, like, really, really
life
good.
makes niggas not draw no more. Like, now you got a fucking 9 to 5, so you just don't draw no more.
They stressed out. I'd be like, yo, if drawing was your outlet, and, like, that's what soothed you, that helped you unwind from the world, why did you stop? Get back into it.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I feel like everyone should have a hobby.
Niggas take hobbies. Niggas take their hobby time and do drugs instead.
Yeah, I think that's
and hookah.
You know what?
Yeah, hookah.
I can quit at any given moment. All right, so
I could quit.
I don't know. I feel like it's hard for people to quit smoking weed. It ain't hard for me to quit smoking hookah.
You gotta boil that shit up and do mad shit to even be able to smoke it. I would quit that shit too if it took me 40 minutes to smoke once. The fuck? Anyway, let's talk about something else, man, because hookah's not it. Fuck cancerous ass smoke.
We gonna
hating ass niggas.
Yeah. I hate on hookah.
So there's something bubbling within our community.
Is it hookah? Is it fucking hookah? Because we don't need that shit.
You drink?
Barely. I smoke weed, nigga. I'm one of those niggas.
But you drink.
What you want to talk to me about weed? Thank you. Back to you now.
Especially in the black community, where there's starting to be a big divide in the black community between black people that came straightly here, but I mean not our generation in the sense, because it wasn't our generation that actually was enslaved, but the bubbling is actually between our age group, where it's blacks that came straight here and blacks that were
one here
in the Caribbean, right? And how they say we have parents strictly from
here,
or
Yeah,
Right? Cool.
something like that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say South.
My mom, yeah. My dad, I don't really know.
All right. Caribbean. Right here, right? So
Well, sorry, scratch that. My uncle actually, I don't know. He's like on this spiritual journey, and he like found out that what tribe we're from in Africa. Like,
I mean, we're all
yeah,
but I'm just saying, so basically you're saying there's a problem between the people that got the layovers and the nonstops.
what?
Think about it. A direct flight and the people that got the layovers, right? So they say we got the layover. We was in the Caribbean chilling for a little bit. And then the direct flights that came straight to America. It was all over. Right. This is the problem right now, right?
Layover niggas is lit. Yeah, you got good weather. Your food is
But
better.
people need to remember that we were getting transported back from the Caribbean to America. Like people, we don't know. So we were saying that we're getting the direct flight people are mad at the people that lay over because we're all here, but they're like, yo, we're getting the same praise as the people that had the direct flights because they're mad at that because they're like, but you weren't here. Your parents weren't here. They were in Jamaica, or so why don't y'all go back over there and go get the praise over there?
That's real Karenish.
And me personally, I'm like, yo,
real
you know what's
Karenish to say.
crazy about that? Because I'm like, we're all slaves. You don't technically know because we were back and forth. Like if we stopped in, just because you did direct flight here, don't mean you stayed here the whole time. They just could have transported you to Jamaica or
the
to the
slave
islands.
owners had the most bread. They paid for you straight to come here.
And my whole
No
thing about
stops.
this is,
Niggas had
it's
to
kind of
gas up.
crazy because I was just like, us thinking like that. I'm like, especially in the black community, it's like we got so much division already. Like the dark skin versus light skin, that's already a division. Like as much as we crack jokes about it, right? There is a division there because it's always been preferential treatment based on the shade of color you are. Like if you was a slave, you were light skinned, you stayed in the crib, right?
I say we didn't start that.
No. I'm not saying we did, but I'm saying that we have that fraction, and the one time that we could come together as a whole, we now talking about, yo, we ain't really fucking with y'all because y'all was from the island.
Your weather's better.
And I'm like, but we've contributed here though. It's called fucking hip hop. We contributed here. We contributed a lot because I was talking to this idiot over here,
Rob. Let's point at Rob, guys.
and when we was driving up to I think we was actually coming here, and he was like, "Oh, y'all gave us hip hop," and I'm like, "Yeah, the people you fucking listen to. You know what you got here from a Caribbean too? A fucking AC. Like you got things from us. Like don't make it seem like it was on direct flight was on here. Like we jack as a whole. I'm like, yo, we go through it together. So when y'all start dividing us and like, well, you didn't go through it here. I'm like, Jigga, what? Like, that's my whole thing. I'm like, why can't we stay together? Why we always got to find something to divide us? Like, why is that and that's a thing now.
Because
like
hate is
Jews.
a real thing.
I can't say that.
I don't know what you
Say
said.
that. It's probably gonna get cut out. I said let's be like the Jews. Like they kind of stick together. Like they do.
No, they do stick together.
Like I'm not gonna go left. I'm not gonna go left. I promise you I won't go left. But they do. They stick.
They
together.
found a way that it doesn't matter what president it is. They're good.
Because their
they're
money
built- they
their
built their
money
own
stay within.
They built their own infrastructures. They built their own schools. They built their own supermarkets.
Police departments.
They built their own police departments. They
I
make
seen
sure
them niggas run it. The NYPD
But
was
don't get it
stopping
twisted.
traffic for them.
They
Son.
definitely funded the slave trade. Don't get that twisted. Like as much as I understand what you're talking about when they came in, but don't get like they were definitely helped fund the slave trade. Yeah. But I understand where you're coming from.
Like they
I
still
wish we
hold
did-
it down.
But that's why, like, and my mentality is more Malcolm X than Martin Luther King, because when it came to coming together, we didn't come together when it came to be equal, right? We just gave up everything that we were doing and fucking started doing other. Like when we had black black bus lines before integration, right? We don't got that shit anymore. We had black banks. We had all of that. Shit is gone. And the one thing we had
You really think they was gonna let us keep all that shit? Like, be honest with yourself,
bro.
You really
they was
think
fighting more back then than now for things we go for the most part. You think about it.
we wouldn't have kept that shit? Sorry.
I'm just saying that's what I'm just like as a whole. Like
The most dangerous thing in this world is a black man with a strong mind.
Educated black man.
Yeah. Like, they ain't gonna let us keep our
I just
own
forgot,
banks
this is
and
Black
bus
History
lines.
Month.
This ain't-
We can't say fuck around the rest of this month. We come back to that.
Why not? That's being fake. Nah.
Damn.
It's being fake. We got to be real. We can't be the Ain't Gonna Front podcast and then gonna front for the next 2 weeks.
I'm just saying this is.
That's true.
He's still in his Black History Month. You still my nigga, but sometimes it's fuck you. But it's out of love. You feel me? Like,
Brother.
my man. You feel me? Like, can't nobody else say that shit and like let it fly. Like, Black History Month, we probably gonna jump you. You know what I'm saying? But we can say it. Like, we here. You feel me? Like, you guys can't see him, but he's giving me a thumbs up. We here. He understands. He got on his bishop boots. We lit, man.
Yo, I want to ask y'all a question. All right, plea deals.
We don't take plea, niggas.
If you take a plea deal,
We don't take pleas, niggas.
Yo, there's certain things, right, that
Nigga,
we
just-
don't excuse, right? When it comes to things that's going on, we don't child pornography, anything, rape.
be careful, Jay.
I'm the safest one out
Just
of all of
continue.
y'all.
Just
continue.
continue.
We just gonna
We don't-
everyone
we don't
knows
condone that, right?
There's a bucket of
We
shit that we just
condone
don't
But
condone.
we talking about cancel culture, we don't believe in it. But we was like, yo, when it comes to R. Kelly, we canceled him. Right? He's gone, right?
We're back here. Okay.
Hear me
Let
out.
me sit up.
Hear me out.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Hear me out. Because I'm gonna navigate through this. Plea deals. Right. So there's a lady in Louisiana. She just got 41 years. They gave her a plea deal. She got 41 years in jail, right?
She got a deal.
That's a plea
of
deal?
41 years.
You know why though? Hold on. Let me get there.
She in
Let me cook.
Louisiana.
Let me cook.
That was a deal.
She got 41 years, right? But she has to testify against her ex-husband, right? Because her ex-husband
It's Pootie Tang.
was ejaculating in cupcakes.
Oh, I
yeah,
seen
I read
that.
this story.
I
Oh,
seen
nah,
that.
son.
I definitely just looked at that today.
Right.
Yo, that's equivalent to remember. Fam was doing that at McDonald's with the mac sauce. He was,
Yo,
he
chill.
was beating off in the mac sauce and put it in the
Let me
Big
cook.
Mac.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Y'all niggas is nasty as shit.
Let me cook.
This is why
Let me
Yo.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Go ahead.
we'll do a guess what race this is too.
Yo.
Let me cook. My whole thing, right? And they were raping kids.
Oh.
And doing child pornography, right? She
He got a deal from that?
Wait, they were doing all of this?
And she got a deal and got 41 years?
My thing, right?
Right?
Why the hell?
And she get a plea deal?
Her plea deal was 41 years.
She shouldn't have got a plea deal.
Because they needed her to testify against her ex-husband, right? My thing is, at this point, fuck all that.
Both y'all niggas going to
Y'all
jail.
both ain't never coming out.
I mean, 41 years. I mean, she probably could live 41 years. You never.
Sperm cupcakes is crazy.
This
Facts. Like that's the first one you look up on Google. it should
Sperm
come up
cupcakes
as-
is crazy.
Wow.
bro. It was ejaculating cupcakes and they were giving it to.
Are we gonna guess what race it is?
It's them YT people, man. We ain't even got to like. Come on.
Guess what race there?
Like to have the thoughts.
Yo, management, we like and Rob, like we really need that. Like, guess what? Right? It's just show
No,
up.
we
like-
can't. We can't. We
Like
can't.
that.
No, I'm
That's
gonna tell you what.
copyrighted.
I'm gonna
I
tell
know,
you why
I
we
know,
can't
I
do
know.
that.
It's like Pokemon. Imagine.
Nah. We dead can't do that because that is on Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that's copy. Yeah, that's
can't do that.
copyrighted. Right?
But we can come up with our own version though.
Yeah, we could. We'll stay tuned, man. You know what? It's gonna be in them notes that I didn't fill out this week, and I got in trouble for it. It's gonna be in them notes next
It's gonna
week.
be in that packet.
It's gonna be that packet. So you know, we have like we got some time real
Hold
quick.
on,
I got
before we
something
even
to say
get
something.
there, I want y'all to answer that question. Like
Plea deals?
Yeah, with this plea, like I'm a parent, bro. So
40
my thing is like I find that out that like I'm going, yo, bro, they're not even gonna make it to trial, bro. they getting their heads shot.
Yeah, that's most likely one of those.
He has to, I mean,
situations that
they're
run
never
up.
going to be in general pop. They're going to start, like, they have to. Like, they will not let them be in general population.
Two little white people.
Like, you know for a fact, you arrest him, you give him time, you put him in gen pop, it won't last a week.
And they gonna go to some minor security prison where they could beat off and more cupcakes for the fucking rest of the prison. Them niggas is white and privileged. They gonna get something out of it. Fuck out of here. He ain't kill nobody. He just poisoned them.
Yo, what if they split the time? What if they split the time? Like, what if they be like, all right, plea deal, you get 41 years. They get her husband and be like, yo, y'all can split it. Like, what if that?
Nah.
Do some Bobby and Roddy shit like that.
It's gonna end up like law abiding citizen.
20.
It's gonna end up like law abiding citizen. Somebody gonna take the action into their own hands. It's going down because they gotta go. They gotta go.
Yeah, that's
bro.
crazy.
Like there's zero tolerance.
Sperm cupcakes is crazy.
Yo, as a parent, like, you old and, like, you hear about, like, yo, this dude busting in cupcakes and giving it to kids, and then you look at the news and it shows son. Like, what do you think about yourself now? Like how do you feel as a parent?
Rob on us off the air.
Off of that?
Rob on us off the air.
That's crazy.
Sperm cupcakes.
Rob feels that this is about to go left, before it go left, he wants us off the air.
All right. Well,
so I'm gonna keep it to an open space.
I got it. I got something.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
So
who you cursing out?
I'm actually not gonna do that. I'm gonna apologize to management, and I like hurt people's feelings with the packets. The packets were a good idea, guys. You know, last episode I was talking shit about the pack. There we go.
Did you get neutered?
You can see you got neutered.
I know, right? I don't know. Like, I've been like really calm. Like, I'm gonna get fired from this. Like, I gotta shut up.
The name of this episode is A Finals.
Right, it is. Right.
Yeah,
Packets were a good idea. You know. We're gonna get a couch. So anybody out there who wants to give us a couch, hook a nigga up. We need a couch. You know, like, we
any
can't be sitting
IKEA
here.
guests, any IKEA fans, you know.
See, IKEA off the street, spray it down. Don't matter. We just need to get, no, I'm sorry, I went too far.
This is not that podcast. Whatever other podcast you take a hand me down on, don't bring that energy here, boy.
No. Yeah, we definitely we need a couch, and I want to give a shout out to this table because it did a tremendous job this episode. Nothing has happened.
You could have left the table.
Yo,
out.
he really. Yo, you changed.
Nothing has happened.
Yo, bro, you changed.
Fuck these niggas. I'm trying to keep my job. It's clearly this is the only one I show up to. So the table's doing a really good job this episode. It didn't fall. It didn't lean. You know, it's doing better than a lot of niggas sneakers out here. You know, it stayed together.
Your sneakers fell apart last week, though.
Yeah, cool. It did. I'm talking about me when I say a lot of niggas sneakers. But my shoes are really, really fucking old. But it's all right, though. You know, packets. So let me check it out. Packets were good. The table was nice. The couch. I didn't curse in the first 5 minutes. Do I still get my job? I keep my job management. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Right, and I got 2 thumbs up. Fuck yeah. I get to keep my fucking job. Yeah, so fuck you niggas, man. That's all I got to say.
Well, it was fun. It was fun. Definitely having a conversation with y'all. This was new. Not even gonna lie to you, like,
yeah,
this is different.
Not gonna lie, management next week when you're not here, I'm going the fuck off. Not gonna lie, this supervised visit we had here, wasn't it?
Niggas said the supervised.
Wasn't it like
when you
supervised visit?
This
Fuck
is
that.
dead ass. You know
supervised visit.
when your parents got to come into class
and you had to
sit in
be
the
like,
back
yo.
and you just have to be on your P's.
There was so much shit I knew I was going. Like in my mind, I'm like, I want to say this, but I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be over. Like, management already trying to clip me.
Yo, I ain't go front. When we put this episode out, people gonna be like, yo, what the fuck happened?
Like, what happened? Like, it was just like, we were at like at a scale of 1 to 10, we were probably like at a 17, right? Fuck that, we was at a 20. And then this episode, we at like an 8. Like, it's been real cool, calm, and collective. It's been real chill. We touched on a lot of like sensitive topics. You know, we got real serious. We are not doing that shit next week.
Yo, Rob wants us off the air, bro.
We're not doing that shit next week. Rob wants us off the air. I want a motherfucking hoodie, Rob.
Yeah, next week is back to ass.
Rob wants a motherfucking hoodie.
I want a hoodie. I want a hoodie, Rob. I want a hoodie.
Rob don't care about us.
Yo, before we go up the air, son, this nigga Cole Anthony just did a dunk in Tim's, my nigga, on the dunk contest. Fool.
Nobody cares, bro.
That
note,
dirt, son. Yo, that's what I'm saying. This shit is trash. This fucking bum ass, son.
All-Star Weekend is fucking trash.
Turn the music. Let's get it off.
Let's get the fuck out of here on that
hold
note.
it down, man.
Let's go sign our release papers.
Yeah, right. Rob, I want a fucking hoodie, Rob. Don't come in here with another hoodie for another fucking podcast without giving us a hoodie, nigga.
Yo, nigga said we gotta change the intro music.